Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. How the hell's everybody doing? It's two guys. That's two guys. And a gigantic trailer. This week, we're talking about two movies that didn't have trailers. At least I didn't see them.
I think if you look at the background, does say trailer out now. So,
Oh, does it? Oh, well, there you go. Well, that's only proof that one of them had a trailer.
That's right. Old Guard is a trailerless movie,
It is.
but they're both Netflix originals, which we've done a few of in the past.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how these two stack up. Spoiler alert, I don't think they're going to stack up all that great, but we'll see.
Well, I think you're also being a little, just slightly pessimistic.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how I am. It's the first week back.
Well, duh. You got to do. And before anybody says anything, yes, I know this is a gigantic fucking zit on my face. It literally showed up right now. Like, it decided, hey, we're having a party? Fuck yeah, I'm coming on in.
Hell yeah.
So, I'm bringing up the Google spreadsheet that I have to keep all of our two guys in a trailer movie reviews square with. So what are we going to talk about first?
I say we go ahead and knock out the Old Guard first.
All right. Well, give me some background.
All right. First of all, quick hello to everyone in chat. Good to see everyone. The Old Guard obviously came out this year, 2020. It is a superhero film directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, who I do not know who that is. It stars Charlize Theron and some other people. It has a runtime of 125 minutes, and it had a budget of $70 million. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has 81% positive reviews out of 241 reviews, with an average of 6.5 out of 10. So, we watched this movie, a couple weeks back?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
And, I remember it. I know that I watched it, but it was a pretty forgettable movie, in my opinion.
I wouldn't call this a superhero movie.
Yeah, that's what it's classified as, but it's not really that.
I don't know that I'd go that far.
It's more like it's like an action thriller with some supernatural elements. Yeah.
Yeah. They're immortals. They're not superheroes. But I guess
believe
if you're immortal, that's kind of a superpower, right?
Yeah, and I think it's based off of a comic book. I believe that's the source material, so I wasn't interested enough to check it out after the movie.
Well, I can tell you this. I liked the movie. I think there was definitely some fat that could have been cut out, and a little bit more concise storytelling would have made this a much more compelling movie to watch. Right? But the fact that you get this here and this little piece here and this piece here, you got to pick up all these breadcrumbs and then put them all up here and then let them float around in your head, trying to figure out who's what and what's, why they're this way. A little bit more precision on the storytelling, and the main character was just forgettable. Not not Charlize Theron, the
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so this movie, I thought the first act was really cool, because I think this is the problem with both of the movies that we're talking about tonight. They start out with a really cool premise, and then they just don't know what to do with it. This movie, it starts out as a really cool premise. The Charlize Theron and her group are immortals, right? They can't die, and they're badasses, and they're basically contracted out to go do jobs that other people can't do. And they get set up, and they get put into this fucking kill box, and fucking 15 guys unload 30 rounds apiece into them. They fall down, bleeding out, and then they get back up and kill all of them.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that's cool. And then somehow it goes from that to like the most cartoony villain in movie history, the pharmaceutical guy who is trying to capture them to extract their DNA so that he can reverse engineer it to like help humanity. But it's just like, I don't get how you have such a cool premise and then go to such a by the numbers fucking plot line, like that plot is in probably 50% of action movies where it's like a guy that it's like the fucking Steven Seagal movies where his like wife dies and he goes and kills everyone. Yeah. That's every fucking movie. Yeah. This plot is so recycled, and it's like you can't use a plot like that when you have such a cool premise in the first act.
Yeah, and it's very predictable.
Yeah.
Like very predictable.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so they're going to go find this guy. Well, they go find him, and then what are they going to do? They're definitely going to kill that guy because he took the other two. So everybody in that building's fucked. And it's, I don't know. It was very cookie cutter, but also, again, some very cool action sequences.
I would say, like, the action sequences felt like they were trying to be like John Wick action scenes. And for the most part,
the caliber of actor.
No, they didn't. And they had to compensate for that with the tricky editing where, it'll do 19 camera angles for a punch. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I didn't hate the movie. Like, I wasn't miserable watching it. There were times where I was bored because it's like, I know where this is going to go.
Yeah. When they go in the fucking cave, I'm like,
yeah,
come on, dude.
And really? The thing, like, they had so much potential, where like it flashes back and it's like fucking like caveman days basically. And she's like a barbarian and she's beating the shit out of everyone. But like, you barely see any of that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's way fucking cooler than the goddamn stop the pharmaceutical rep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And then the whole plot line about the girl that got buried underwater in a coffin. It's like, okay, well, obviously she's going to be the end reveal. Yeah. Why else would they have mentioned her?
I think they could have mentioned her as a point of reference for like why Charlize Theron's character is the way she is. But yeah, it was like somebody's going to go find her.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It was this, like, I don't think this movie would have gotten the reviews that it's gotten if this was normal, like, movie release schedule.
Yeah, I think they would have made their money back, but that movie would have got passed over a lot.
Yeah, like if that was released to theaters, no.
I think you mean theaters.
Theaters.
No, you said theaters.
That's how I talk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's wrong.
But I don't think either of these movies. And this is the thing about Netflix originals. Some of them are really good, like The Irishman. Yeah. And then you have a lot of just average.
Well, you have The Irishman. You have Extraction. Extraction was a really killer movie.
Way better action scenes than this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Way better action scenes.
What was but that movie that we watched,
The Six Underground.
Yeah, that was a great fucking movie.
It was better than this, and that's a fucking Michael Bay movie. So,
exactly.
Brittany says she liked this movie. Brittany, we can all disagree. I didn't think it was terrible. I
won't go back and watch it again. It's one of those. But I'm still going to give it a 3.5 because it had a really cool premise. Granted, they dropped the ball on execution. The premise is a 9. The execution was a 4, right? One of those type deals.
Yeah.
But I think the action movie, the action sequences kind of saved it. The opening sequence saved a lot of it. A lot of it.
The first act is great.
And the fact that the when she goes and gets the girl, she takes her out of the fucking military base. She goes to running away and she just shoots her right in the fucking head. Boom! No remorse. Oh shit! I was like, whoa!
Yep.
What if she's not the girl?
And then the fight scene they have in the plane.
Oh yeah,
that's a great fight scene.
That's a good scene.
That's probably the best fight scene in the movie. I would say. Like hand-to-hand combat, that's probably the best fight scene in the movie.
I don't know. The scene where they were in the church and the guys were coming after her.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
That was a good one. I would put that up there with it. So I mean, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I don't think it was great. I mean, if you've watched everything else on the internet, it's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
Like, I think it's easier to recommend maybe watching it just because it's on Netflix. I definitely wouldn't recommend, like, if this was a Blu-ray or some shit, I wouldn't recommend to go buy it. I probably wouldn't even recommend a rental if those were still things. But it's decent. It's decent. I'd give it a 3. If you've watched everything else on Netflix and you're bored and you're looking for something to pass a couple hours, you could do worse.
Yeah, absolutely. So
see, and Wire Talk with Big G said the fight scenes were done well, wide angle, so you could see what was going on instead of the lazy ass jump cuts. I agree with you, and I disagree with you. It's definitely better than like what they did in Taken 2 and Taken 3, where it's the 19 different cuts. But they still do some really tricky editing. Not really with Charlize Theron's character, but the other characters, when they're fighting, you can tell that they haven't had the same amount of like training, I guess, and so they had to cut around it pretty aggressively. Yeah, it still wasn't bad though.
The fight scene in the laboratory was not the greatest. There was a lot of camera angles and shit to help out with that.
Yeah, like the guy, he does like like some type of slam where like he flips the guy upside down and slams him on his head, but it's literally 4 cuts.
Leo, you know what? You can kiss my whole ass.
It's not in his cheek, it's on his cheek.
It's on
Brittany.
my cheek. That fucking gigantic zit that came out of nowhere like literally 5 minutes ago. Oh, did you see what I got in the mail today?
Nuh-uh.
Did you see what some smart ass sent me in the mail today?
Nice.
No.
Bro, you need to get that set up.
Negative, Ghost Rider. So, on to the next one. Project Power.
All right. Project Power. We can close out an Old Guard. I'll never talk about it again. Project Power, 2020 superhero film. Directed by Ariel Schulman and Henry Joost. Stars Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and some other people. Has a runtime of 114 minutes. Had a budget of $85.1 million. Critical response on Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 62% based on 105 reviews with an average rating of 5.67 out of 10.
Now that seems low.
I'll be honest. I think I enjoyed... Okay, because both of these movies were not like smart movies. These were turn your brain off and watch the movie.
Yep.
I think I enjoyed Project Power more than I enjoyed The Old Guard.
Who had the better concept? Do you think?
I like the
I
concept of Project Power. I think that's a dope concept.
Yeah.
Right? But I think like The Old Guard did more with their premise in the first act. So it's kind of a toss-up. But I really like the premise of Project Power. It's basically like there's a drug that gives you a randomized superpower for 5 minutes. And it could be anything from invisibility to super strength to it also could make you fucking blow up.
Yeah,
Like it's a gamble.
that's the flip side.
So that's a really cool spin on a superhero movie, which obviously the market has been flooded with over the past 10 years, 5 years, however long. So it's kind of an interesting spin on it. But again, really cool premise, not the best execution.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I also agree. I think this is a better movie than the Old Guard. But when I started watching this movie, I was sitting there going, "This son of a bitch." Steven knows I'm a dumb movie guy. I like shit that's easy for me to watch, and I don't have to like invest a whole bunch of brain power into. He picked this specifically because I'm mildly retarded, right? Uh, you know what, Robert? Let's just go ahead and sit you at the big kids table for a minute. So you can sit there for 7 minutes and think about it. Fucking hell. So, anyways, where was I? It's also set in New Orleans, which I love. There are very few movies that are set in New Orleans. Beautiful backdrop. I like that the vast majority of this movie was shot at night, and it wasn't too dark for you to be able to see what's going on. They shot it during, kind of like a lot of the time frame is during a Saints game, which I don't know if you've ever been to New Orleans, but if you go to New Orleans and the Saints are playing a home game, you better strap in because it's going to be fucking nuts. And that's even before the game. If they win, all hell's breaking loose. Like that shit literally could have happened in any bar in downtown New Orleans after a win. Nobody would ever even call the cops.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, that dude just bust into flames. You know?
Yeah. It's just Tuesday night, man.
Yeah. Go Saints.
Hell yeah. It also has a Machine Gun Kelly in it.
Yeah.
Which
garbage actor.
Terrible actor. And that may have been the worst CGI in the movie was him when he
burst into flames.
That CGI was bad, dude. Like that was early 2000s bad.
Yeah. It wasn't that great.
But I don't know, like once the story actually started getting going, I was kind of just like, fuck, this is so, again, cookie cutter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dad has to find his daughter. That's the story. You give me a fucking badass premise, like, pill, randomized power, 5 minutes, you could die. What are we going to do with it? Dad has to find his daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. This could have been taking the James Bond route, where it's the diabolical government trying to take over its citizens, or it could have went so many different ways, but they stuck with I'm gonna save you.
Yeah, and then of course there's the ever important side plot of the girl and her flourishing rap career, which let me tell you, I cared so much about.
The only bit of fat that they could have cut out of this movie is her being in class.
Oh yeah,
where she's in class and she's daydreaming about what she would rap to the fucking teacher. Like, shut the fuck up.
That super dope freestyle she was spitting.
Yeah, take this to this and just go right out the window, and then put the other two parts together. Good to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's some cool.
Even the fact that it's a I'm going to find my daughter deal. Like, even though they went the most cliche route they could have went, they did it pretty well. They made mention of it here and there, and they showed some little flashbacks, but they didn't go off the deep end. They stuck with they stuck with more of the side plot than they did or you know, and then there was another side plot. You got a druggy cop that's using this power drug to combat the bad guys. You know, so you got two side plots, and it didn't stick on that. You know, I will find you and I will kill you. You know, the plot for finding his daughter.
I would probably like Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are hands down the best part of this movie, probably. Like they give two really good performances. But like other than that, it's just cookie cutter. And I thought the ending was really anticlimactic, to be honest with you. Like when Jamie Foxx takes the pill and he uses his power for the first time, it's literally just like kind of a slow-mo video game sequence is what it looks like to me. You know? So I wasn't blown away by it. I think it's better than the Old Guard. I think it's probably more entertaining than the Old Guard. But that still doesn't mean it's great. It's kind of like being the hottest waitress at a Waffle House. You know?
Well, I thought it was pretty fucking good. On this one, I'm going to go 4.
Okay.
Just because I literally watched this movie the way I watch every other movie, and it wasn't until about 3/4 of the way through that I realized Steven picked this because I'm a dumbass. Like, he literally picked this because I'm a dummy.
I literally just picked it because it was the new Netflix release.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will never believe that. I
did not know
you picked it because I'm a dumb movie guy.
I was sitting there looking through Netflix to find something for us to do, and I saw this, and I was like, "Nah, it's new." I didn't look anything like into it. I had no idea what it was about.
But you looked at the name, and you were like, "Yep, dumb movie."
I think I may have looked at like the summary, the plot synopsis or whatever that it gives you on Netflix, and I was like, he'd probably like that.
Yeah. So
I give it a 3.5.
3.5.
So still, I think it's better than the Old Guard, but I don't think it's great. I'm not going to give it a 4.
Okay. Well,
I think I gave 6 Underground a 4 or a 4.5, and that's
see.
way better than
6
this.
Underground got an 8.5. So I probably gave it a 4.5, and you probably gave it a 4.
Yeah, I'd put this below 6 Underground for sure.
Well, it's a whole. Oh, fuck! I put the wrong goddamn. Didn't I? Nope, I did it right for once. So yeah, that's it. I think we proved that Rotten Tomatoes is fucking garbage. You should come here for all of your movie review needs.
Yep. Tell your friends. Tell your kids.
Yep.
Tell your family members.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Yeah. No need to check out Rotten Tomatoes. There's a new review authority in town.
Yeah. We are Fresh Potatoes.
Dude, that should have been the name of the fucking channel.
Yeah. It's the opposite of Rotten Tomatoes. It's Fresh Potatoes.
Fresh Potatoes. Dude, can we change the channel name?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
What the hell? Why not? I mean, I don't know. There's 22 people watching. Are y'all going to be pissed off if we change it to Fresh Potatoes?
I don't know. 2 Guys in a Trailer, ever since Gary and Robert started talking about how much it sounds like a bad porno title, I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah. Well. Oh well. We're Fresh Potatoes. 2 Guys in a Trailer.
Yeah.
We're 2 guys in a trailer full of fresh potatoes.
Rich Seabold said he loves fresh potatoes.
So do I.
So, I mean, we haven't even discussed the extravaganza we have planned for next Monday. Because we have absolutely nothing planned for next Monday. Suck my tingle. That's definitely Robert's secondary account. Might want to go ahead and sit him at the kids' table as well.
That's his third account.
Oh, that's the third one?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Timed out, too.
Yeah,
you
apparently.
Will be censored.
Yeah, apparently you will be censored.
Yeah. You will not be censored. My ass Fresh potatoes don't play that shit.
Can't come around here with that bullshit
Yeah.
on the Fresh Potatoes channel.
With your troll names and whatnot.
Well, we yes, we haven't even discussed the movie for next Monday. We have no idea what we're gonna do, but we're gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we could put it to a vote to the group, but the last time I did that, we were told to watch Brokeback Mountain,
Yeah, which got a resounding 0.
which got a 0. And you know why? Because we didn't watch it. That's why it got a fucking 0.
Way to just tell everybody, like, yeah, we put up a poll, but we didn't listen to it.
Well, look, like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That's very true. Very
Chester
true.
Millionaire's back in chat now.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Chester, you look like you may want a seat at the kids' table.
Yeah, he might. But all right, well, here's what we'll do. We'll put this on the 22 people, 21 people watching. Go over to the Facebook group, throw some suggestions out. Steven's fixing to write out a post right now. Right now, he's literally picking up his phone at the moment to go make a post saying, "What do you want to see next week?" And give us. We'll pick the best 2 out of the bunch and discuss Hamilton next time. What is Hamilton?
Hold on, I can't listen and type at the same time.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
How do you spell? Okay, yeah.
It's spelled TWO.
Okay, the post is up.
There you
So,
go.
if you're not a member of the Facebook group, the link is in the description. You
As
can go over
always.
there, join up. There's no stupid questions or anything you have to answer. We just automatically accept everyone because we have extremely low standards. Go over there,
Very low.
leave a suggestion on the post that I just put up, and you may be picked. And the lucky winners will receive
A shout
a
out.
show next week. Yeah, and a shout out. And that's literally it.
Hey, that's worth a lot.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody gets a shout out on the Fresh Potatoes channel.
Exactly. Let's see. Let's make sure we make this extra clear. There you go, John Dickerson, not Brokeback Mountain. And I even tagged him in it, so he knows not to put it up. So there you go. That's what we've got. Thanks for hanging out. We will see y'all Wednesday and then next Monday. So yeah.
Yeah.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Later, everyone.